All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we are going to be in the 135-pound division where Vasily Lomachenko speaks out on Gervonta Tank Davis and what is coming next for Gervonta with Ryan Garcia. And it opens up a very, very interesting conversation about whether or not we're being suckered. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 135-pound division where Vasily Lomachenko voices his opinion about the Gervonta Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia fight. And it ain't pretty for Ryan Garcia, but at the same time does bring up the question. And I would like for you guys to tell me what you think about whether or not this is really a glorified mismatch between Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia. But before I get into that, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you're a longtime subscriber and supporter, once again, thank you so much for your continued support. You guys are definitely what keeps the channel going. That's why we work so hard to get you guys videos and live streams so we can chop it up about this boxing every day. Because, you know, I know you guys love boxing just like I do and love the conversation. So thank you guys for supporting so much in the super chats, in the cash apps and the live streams that we do to sponsor the channel, and also people that sponsor videos like this, like Mr. Pragmatic, and my guy John Bowie in the super thanks. So thank you guys. But let's get into this. Vasily Lomachenko said, look, man, asked about this fight with Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia, and says, look, man, Gervonta Davis is going to knock that guy out. wasn't too complicated with it, right? Didn't get overly analytical with it. Could be because Vasily Lomachenko, you know, this is not his first language, right? That I do believe, I'm not sure if he speaks Russian or Ukraine, what this particular dialect is or languages that he speaks, but his first language is not English, is not American English. So he just was pretty much like, look, man, Gervonta Davis is going to knock this dude out, right? Now, I've talked to a lot of other people, man, and that pretty much is what you hear. You hear a lot of that around the board where people are like, look, when this fight, if this fight actually happens, and it looks like this fight is going to happen. I am getting closer and closer to just saying, okay, I really think this fight's going to happen. Oscar De La Hoya almost has no more wiggle room. He's saying it's all set, right? And he's been saying that, you know, like my father taught me a trick. He's like, if you want to know if somebody is telling the truth, ask them the same question 11 or 12 times. Right? If you keep asking them the same question that many times, that answer may very, very well change. So I was waiting for Oscar De La Hoya to say the same thing 11, 12 times, and he's getting close to my total, right? And then so you have Gervonta Davis, who was interviewed by the Rise podcast. Shout out to the Rise podcast, who said it was taking place. You got Oscar De La Hoya, who now has said that multiple times. You have Steven Espinoza, who says that he's been optimistic and feeling like it's going to happen the entire time, right? So let's just hope that the fight happens and we can get to it. But the fight itself, right, has all of the makings of either an upset, right, or just a one-sided demolition of a guy that really didn't belong in the ring with the other guy. And what I lean towards is the demolition of the guy that doesn't belong in the ring with the other guy. And why do I say that? Because of the experience of Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia, now I'm telling you, I like Ryan Garcia. I am not a Ryan Garcia hater by any stretch of the imagination. I like the guy outside the ring. I like the guy inside the ring. I do believe that he is probably the number one reason why a fight with Gervonta Davis is even happening right now. Gervonta Davis I'm not saying Gervonta Davis didn't want the fight. I'm just saying that because Gervonta Davis is where he is in his career, right? And the fact that he is a very, he's a very, very polished and experienced champion, despite what all these other people want to say, dismissing every guy that he fights, right? But he's a 3-division. He's been in world championship fights in 3 different divisions. He's an undefeated fighter with a ton of knockouts that has beaten southpaws. He's beaten orthodox guys. He's beaten tall guys. He's beaten short guys. He's a very, very well-rounded fighter in that he has excellent defense. He has excellent offense, and his punching power and his hand speed and all of that stuff is very, very, very good, right? So for him, it's less of a risk for him to get in the ring with Ryan Garcia. For Ryan Garcia, it's more of a risk because he's never really fought at that level before. And I think to date, the biggest fight or the most significant fight that he has had has been with Luke Campbell. And Luke Campbell and he, which was, I do believe, was also a southpaw and an orthodox matchup, right? Now, do not get Luke Campbell confused with Gervonta Davis. Those are 2 different skill levels of guys. And not saying that Luke Campbell's not a good fighter. I know he's an Olympic gold medalist, right? He gave he's in there against Lomachenko. He was in there. I think he was also in there with Jorge Linares. I have to go look at his box rec to recall. But he lost to Vasily Lomachenko, but he winds up getting stopped by Ryan Garcia. But if you recall in that fight, man, Luke Campbell dropped Ryan Garcia, right? With because like everybody says about Ryan Garcia fights with his chin up in the air, right? And if he can get dropped like that and hurt like that versus against Luke Campbell, you got to wonder what's going to happen when Gervonta Davis gets to him like that. And Gervonta Davis is a different type of dude because Gervonta Davis is somebody that really will close the gap on you. And he doesn't close it recklessly. He closes the gap on you. And when he gets in the gap, he can hurt you with all kind of different weapons. I've seen him knock guys out with his right hand, clearly knocking out people with his left hand, knocking out people with check hooks, knocking out people with uppercuts. His shots to the body are serious, right? Now Ryan Garcia, on the other hand, definitely has some things that Gervonta needs to be very, very concerned with, which is his speed, which is his power. Not so concerned with his speed, right? Even though he definitely does have very, very, very quick hands. However, I don't really think that I think the southpaw orthodox, the southpaw and the orthodox matchup is going to neutralize a lot of his main weapon, which is his left hook. But that's pretty much one weapon that Gervonta Davis just needs to neutralize. If you take away his left hook, then I think Ryan Garcia is going to be in a lot of trouble. Ryan Garcia is a flat-footed fighter too. So he is not he is a come-forward flat-footed fighter. And so he's not going to be moving around the ring, boxing, I've not seen him do that. I've seen him coming forward, looking to use his power, looking to use that serious whip of a left hand. But the experience level, the time off for him, man, I just don't know, man. It has all the recipe of this dude getting laid out. However, you know how Gervonta Davis fights go. Gervonta will lose every round to Ryan Garcia that Gervonta does not knock him down in. I'm telling you, when you go and you listen to people who are talking about the fight live, just remember I said that. Gervonta Davis, if he does not knock down Ryan Garcia in a round, he lost that round. He's got that same Deontay Wilder. It's the same Deontay Wilder thing. He's losing terribly. He's losing the fight terribly from the first minute of the fight. It's just amazing. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out.